Angel Reese, WNBA doesn't pay my bills. WNBA players, man, they're just going to go ahead and challenge Cathy Engelbert. Angel Reese says Reebok is who pays her bills along with their other sponsors. And when you look at it, the WNBA is headed back into survival mode. And Cathy Engelbert, what are you going to do? Surviving the fines and suspensions. We'll go over that and a whole lot more. But Angel Reese just put a fire right on the candle. Really just poured gasoline on it with her statement. The WNBA doesn't pay my bills.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills.
So, in other words, Angel Reese is saying that the WNBA is not worth my time. The WNBA is the least of my concerns. And I'm kind of shocked, right? Because when Angel Reese just comes flat out and says, the WNBA doesn't pay my bills.
I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. What is my? I don't even know my salary. 74.
Equivalate that, folks. Put it in perspective without being a bias. As myself, I do not want to be biased. I just want to tell you, if an NFL player got on social media and said the NFL doesn't pay my bills, they're going to say goodbye. If an NBA player got on social media and said the NBA doesn't pay my bills, or Major League Baseball, doesn't matter how you look at it, but Angel Reese took a major step. And basically, what are they doing? The players are flat out challenging Cathy Engelbert.
Okay. I don't even. Yo, I'm living beyond my means. I don't even know my salary for WNBA.
Why? Because they don't think she could do anything about it. They don't think she has the authority, or they don't think she has the power of determination within her vision to starting Xing out players. And when you get a player that Angel Reese, now you got supporters, but that one there is shocking because Angel Reese just flat out said the WNBA doesn't pay my bills.
That WNBA check don't pay a thing. Do that even pay my car note?
Yeah. Okay, that's basically spitting on the league and spitting right in your face and saying, I don't care what you do, you don't pay my bills. That's crossing the line, folks. There's no doubt about it. And I talked to you earlier, with the race war. I mean, they're challenging Cathy Engelbert. Do something if you can. Okay, this is really a power struggle by the players coming flat out and saying, do something if you can. And they believe Cathy Engelbert's powerless. Okay, and the commissioner, I don't know what to tell you. But when players flat out come out and challenge you, that's challenge. Angel Reese, WNBA don't pay my bills. You know what? As retiring from AT&T, what if I got on social media and said AT&T doesn't pay my bills? Corporate America, they would say, "Go, okay, great. We don't get another job. Go do something different." That's going. It's putting the WNBA back in a survival mode. All right. Instead of actually in a growth, now you're trying to contain the yard. You're trying to contain the architecture. You've got a lot of silos building up in different areas. And this is what happens when the commissioner doesn't drop a hammer. And the commissioner, I'll tell you, Roger Goodell drops hammers, okay? Not a favorite. David Stern drops hammers, okay? They find players. They figure out, hey, we paying you this much money. We're going to have to figure out how to get something back. WNBA is really disrespected, saying keep the money. I don't know if that's the best route. There's no revenue in saying the WNBA doesn't pay my bills. I mean, there's not a shoe out there that's made or an outfit or sportswear that says doesn't pay my bills, right? So I don't know what the advantage there, but Cathy Engelbert, they are challenging you of what you can do. And if Cathy Engelbert doesn't have the power, they're going to run right over her. And that's what they're doing. Okay. You do a skit, just a little go poking somebody in the eye, commissioner does nothing. Angel Reese gets on there saying the WNBA doesn't pay my bills and nothing happened. So basically, that's an open fire room for the WNBA players. And if there's not going to be any fines and suspensions, you got to ask yourself this, folks, right? There's not going to be any fines or suspensions. Then what's really going on here? What is really going on? I mean, the players can do whatever they want, show up when they want, act how they want. That's not good for the development and scaling growth towards the Women's National Basketball Association. So they're taking a stance. Understand we're moving in a contract year. I told you Cathy Engelbert shifting or doing a valuation raise and giving up 16%. That one there is going to cost the players about $1 billion. So they've been battling back and forth. I don't know what the collective bargaining. I don't even know how they're going to get through the fight because the the owners, the WNBA owners cannot be sitting there with an investment watching players tear down their investment. Now, I've never seen it. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio podcast. We wanted to bring that to you. We heard it. We didn't think we heard it, but we had to go back and replay it. That Angel Reese is basically saying the WNBA doesn't pay my bills. Reebok pays my bills. WNBA players are giving Cathy Engelbert a run for her money. Seriously, challenge her to do something if you can. No fines, no suspension. This thing's going to put the WNBA back in survival mode. And again, Cathy Engelbert, you got to just drop the hammer. It's not against the law when players do something conduct detrimental. By you saying Angel Reese, the WNBA doesn't pay my bills, folks, you explain to me how that is a positive statement for the WNBA. All things are possible to those who believe. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio podcast. We are powered up by Fanatics, and we will see you soon.